Oh, hey out there, YouTube. Well, we're doing this a little differently today. All right, this is a first for the channel. We actually have a DVD review. Now, we got this in the Freedom box from BattleBox. I'm going to try to put a card up here or over here that shows you the rest of that box. I promised you when I did that review that I was going to do one on this. So stay tuned. We're going to roll that little intro, and we're going to take a look at this DVD. Thank you so much for staying past that intro. Now, this is Tim Kennedy's Sheepdog responses, active shooter and mass casualty events. All right. If you don't know who Tim Kennedy is, he's a freaking badass. I mean, how many people in the world can be Special Forces, Ranger tabbed, well, soon to be Special Forces qualified, Ranger tabbed, MMA fighter. He's done numerous reality shows. I mean, I believe I saw him on Deadliest Warrior. I know he was on Hunting Hitler. And I mean, speaking of that, how many people can play Hava Nagila on Hitler's personal piano? I mean, if you really want to get into it, his incredible role in the all-vet movie, Range 15, I should say, all veteran produced and all veteran everything. But putting that aside, Tim rejoined the U.S. military after Trump was elected, and he is still currently serving. But he has his own company that he has created with other people, and it's called Sheepdog Response. Now, there's an old movie by, Denzel Washington. It's called Training Day. And in that movie, there's that classic scene where he's like, you want to be a wolf? You want to be a sheep? You want to be a wolf? You want to be a sheep? There's third class, and it's called Sheepdog. Those are the guys that go out and hunt the wolf and punch it in the fucking mouth. Tim is taking his experience and he's teaching us, everybody else, how to defend themselves and how to look after themselves and how to react in certain situations. This one's broken down into things like gun fundamentals, stress-induced firearm training, eliminating the threat, situational awareness, caring for the wounded, legal aspects, which is very, very important. And there's a great section in here, especially on use of deadly force, where you have lawyers talking to you about the haves, the have-nots, the what you should do, the what you shouldn't do. Thoughts from police officers, and there's an office shooter takedown. It doesn't take you being a Rambo to protect yourself. It doesn't take you being a Medal of Honor recipient in order to help other people out. Simple, basic, daily stuff that you can do, like, watching your surroundings. Do you notice if an office coworker is having a bad time? Will you sit there? Will you talk to him? Even noticing yourself. What stresses am I under? What bad things have been happening? Just things like that can help change outlook. Because seriously, sometimes all it takes is one kind word to turn a potential active shooter into a just normal person again. There's great stuff in here, like when they're talking about tourniquets and, the best stuff and applications of tourniquets. I love when Tim's playing the Casualty and he's laying on the ground, and I believe his name's Dr. Mike Sampson or Simpson, something like that. And he's sitting there, he's giving the tourniquet demo, and he's like, well, we have the village idiot here, talking about Tim Kennedy, and he's like, oh, look, he has a head wound. I can see every thought he's ever had leaking out of his head. And Tim's laying on the ground, he's like, what? And then looks over to see if he can see his thoughts. He presents this info in an incredible way that it's not overbearing to you. It's done with a sense of seriousness, but it's done with a sense of comedy. Because I've found out when, you're trying to learn something, you got everyone that goes, well, there's book smart or hands-on experience, and that's how they learn. But you've got to be able to blend the two together, because you can put the subject matter in front of you, and my better half's oldest son is a perfect example of this. He's intelligent, he's very articulate, he's very well thought out, but if you put him in the woods with a frickin' survival knife and some paracord and go build a shelter, he's like a monkey fucking a doorknob. So you've got to be able to blend those and add some humor in there, because I gotta say it honestly, one of the skills the military taught me, and it's served me well in life, we can find the humor in the dark, no problem. We can laugh about stuff that would make most people's skin crawl, make most people cry. Excuse me, I'm just going to adjust this lens real quick. You know, there's so much that we're taught, and we're taught how to handle, that most people don't. This, honestly, you should pick it up. You should buy it. I believe it's produced by the Survival Summit. It says right here on the back, www.thesurvivalsummit.com. So I would look there, or I would look on Tim's website, Sheepdog Response. Check those out. Pick this up and take a look at it. All right. Lots of people, especially when BattleBox stuff gets released, they get pissed when you get a book. They get pissed when you get a DVD. Knowledge. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is the key to keeping you alive. Because if you don't put the time into your training, and you don't read stuff, and you don't put forethought into things, you're going to commit simple, stupid mistakes that will get you killed. I mean, I can tell you right now, I'm sitting in my house, I know where my kids are, I know where my better half is at, I know who's doing what and what's going on, simply by the sounds, the smells, and everything else in my house. Learn how to incorporate certain things into your life and be prepared. Now, I'm not talking about you have a crazed maniac like they just had in Jacksonville, Florida, who you're sitting and playing a Madden football, tournament, can't handle that he lost, and pulls out a sidearm and starts shooting. That's going to take you by surprise, but it's what you do after. That's what counts the most. Do you seize up? Do you fall on the ground? Do you try to engage the shooter? Do you try to help people around you? That's what being a sheepdog is about. Being an active helper. But, those are my thoughts. Honestly, guys, I don't know what more I can tell you about a DVD. I mean, that's seriously the inside. Go watch it. Tim presents information in an incredible way, an easy to understand way that could help potentially, save your life. But that being said, I want to know what you guys think. If any of you have either met Mr. Kennedy, have watched this video, taken any of his courses, seriously, I want all comments on everything down below in the description. Comments box. There we go, comments box. I want to know what you guys think. Because one of the successes of this channel is engaging with you guys and getting great feedback from you guys and learning from your experiences as well. I mean, that's part of what being a YouTuber is about, right? You have to flow, you have to ebb flow, you have to do all the great stuff and learn and adapt and overcome. I mean, I hate using those phrases, but it's part of it. You guys have experiences just like I do. It's a great place to share them down below, especially with this video about Sheepdog Response. What are some of the stuff you do, in order to help keep you safe during the day, help keep you safe during the night? I'm not talking about, chambering one and having a loaded firearm right next to your bed. What's some of the things that you do? Do you go through any, peculiarities? Like before I go to bed, I usually do a lap around the house and make sure everything's secure. I make sure my kids are asleep. I make sure my kids are okay. I make sure the wife is okay. Even when I'm sleeping, I know the sounds in my house. So if something's different, I know, Chris, there's danger. Get up, get moving, help. But, with that being said, if you're a first-time viewer of this channel, I want to thank you so much for taking a moment of your day to watch this video. I know there's lots of other options out there, and I'm very flattered you chose one of my videos. Now, for you really cool kids who've been following this channel for a while and haven't done it yet, I think it's on this side, there's going to be our channel logo that's going to pop up. Go ahead and destroy that, man. That's going to bring you right to subscribe. And please make sure you subscribe because we're growing. We're doing good. We're able to reach more people and bring different stuff to the channel. And that's because of you out there watching this video. Now, after you've killed that subscribe button, please click on that bell icon. That's going to notify you every single time we upload a video. Speaking of videos, two, as you guys usually know, are going to be on that side or on that side. Those are videos that YouTube's going to select from my catalog of videos that they think are going to be a great viewing experience for you. But there we go, guys. My very quick look at Tim Kennedy's DVD on, active shooter mass casualty events. Thank every one of you for watching, and I hope you guys have an incredible day today.